Hi guys, so today we're going to be making barbecue tofu. Tofu is something I get a lot of questions about in my DMs, just people asking how to make it not taste bland, how to cook it so it's not mushy. So I thought this would be a great recipe to show you guys a simple way to make tofu taste and feel really good. Our first ingredient is organic tofu. I did freeze this. This is a trick you can use, but you don't have to. What that does is it gives it a slightly more meaty texture. All right, so we've got red pepper, yellow onion, coconut oil. I've talked a lot on my stories about healthy cooking oils, and so I'm gonna be using coconut oil. And then our spices, sesame. This is MSG free. Make sure you look for that in the store when you buy it. Turmeric, parsley, and garlic powder. Those are all the spices we're gonna use before we put barbecue sauce on our tofu to give it flavor. And then of course at the end, we're gonna drizzle it with barbecue sauce. So let's go ahead and get cooking. All right guys, so the first step of course is we're going to open the frozen tofu. So like I said before, this is a tip. You do not have to do it, but if you want to, you can literally just freeze the entire thing of tofu in its packaging. You don't need to wrap it up extra or anything like that. And then just take it out maybe 15 minutes before you want to cook. That way it'll thaw just a little bit. So I'm making just some large blocks, and I'm going to go ahead and slice it in half again to give roughly 1-inch size cubes to fry. Don't worry about if they're not perfect. You just want generally a uniform size so they cook to be about the same. And that's a rule with all cooking, not just tofu, by the way. All right, so that's pretty much done. Gonna move that to the side. Next, I'm going to rough chop my onion, and you can literally chop this any way you like. I'm gonna leave this in kind of big chunks because my husband doesn't like onions, so I try and leave them pretty big so you can pick them out, but you can chop these however you would like. And the same with the red pepper. Red peppers are not spicy at all, but you can go ahead and take the seeds out just so that you don't have any like weird little textures in your food. Hi, Jossie, my little helper. Super cute.
You want to help mommy cook?
Huh? All right, so anyway, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and rough chop those as well. And like I said before, just a little tip for your veggies as well. You wanna try and keep everything the same size so that it cooks evenly. All right guys, so this is just a plain Ziploc bag, and we're gonna use this to coat our tofu. I'm sure you guys have seen this same idea of this trick with a brown paper bag and chicken. So we're going to use this to coat our tofu in first our seasoning. So I'm gonna show you guys this. First, we're gonna use our sesame. This is just an all-purpose blend. It does have salt. Next, we're gonna put a little bit of turmeric, mostly just for the health benefits. This doesn't really add a whole bunch of taste. Shake a little bit of that. And then our parsley, this is also just for aesthetic, basically. So yes, throw all of that in there. And of course, like Auntie Tabitha Brown would say, add a little garlic powder, or a lot. Just gonna throw some of that in there. Okay, so we're going to just shake it all up. Shake, shake, shake. Toss all that in so that your tofu gets nice and well coated. I'm gonna open this up and show you guys. Okay, so you can see that the tofu is well and evenly coated with all the spices. Next, we're gonna repeat this exact same step with flour. Just eyeball it. You know, you don't want too much flour. You just want it to be lightly coated. So this is also gonna really depend on how much tofu you use. You guys saw I moved a little bit of the tofu to the side. I did not use an entire package. So just eyeball that. I'm gonna show you guys this again just so you can see. Well coated with flour, and we are done. All right, so we are going to go ahead and start frying this. Now the trick with using a cast iron pan and keeping it non-stick is to preheat it and then put your oil in and let it get hot before you put the food. So I am dumping this tofu into an already heated pan. Gonna shake that around a little bit just so that all the tofu is not stacked but in an even layer in the cast iron. So low to medium heat, and then we are gonna let this sit. This is the tip to getting a nice even fry on your tofu, is you wanna let it sit without flipping it over for probably about 7 to 10 minutes. So me and Jossie are just shaking it so that it's in an even layer, but now we're just gonna let it sit. So you guys can see it's just frying. I'm checking it to see if, you know, it's got a nice golden brown crisp yet. And after about 10 minutes, we're just about there. I'm gonna turn them over pretty carefully. You guys can see that gorgeous color. The turmeric also helps with the color, guys. That's another reason why you add that in there. It gives it it punches up that yellow flavor a little bit. We want our tofu to look like something, not just plain. I'm just showing off my gorgeous blue cast iron. Super cute. If you don't have a cast iron in your kitchen, 10 out of 10 would recommend. That's like a must-have. You guys can find these at a lot of like yard sales, thrift stores, things like that. They can be pretty pricey, but try and get one. All right, the last step is to go ahead and layer on that barbecue sauce and those peppers and onions. And we're gonna let that steam a little bit and let that barbecue sauce thin out to become more of a sauce. And guys, this is literally just about done. It is such a simple dish, and as long as you use seasonings that you like and are familiar with, your tofu is gonna taste great, and then that barbecue sauce is just going to add an extra layer of flavor and give you, a nice sauce to work with as well. And there we go. You guys can see it is gorgeous. It's done. You can pair this with white rice, maybe mashed potatoes, quinoa, whatever kind of starchy protein your family is into. But this is just going to pair really well with just about anything. Super yummy. All right, so I think I am going to try and plate this. Show you guys what it looks like plated. Try and get an even bite for you guys. And there we have it. Gorgeous. All right, so if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Basic YouTuber lingo, but please like and subscribe if you guys want to see more content. And leave a comment below to let me know any other type of vegan recipes you guys would like to see. I have tons of ideas of recipes that I want to try out for you guys, but I definitely want to hear from you what you want to see. So let me know. Thanks for watching my video. Yellow onion.
Go back to just introduce the ingredients.
Okay.
Go.
Sorry.